half, nothing really to separate the two teams.
Yeah, and I don't know whether Chovy will be mixing things up, but guys, here we are. We're into Summoner's Rift for game number 1, Griffin versus Hummer Life.
By the Scuttle Vision.
Yep, Lahens does have all of his buttons available. They're going to jump right on top of the Tom Kenshu, just gobbles up Sungyun as quickly as possible. Key does have the grey health, pops it at exactly the right time, but is it actually going to be enough? Void Seeker blocked, but it doesn't actually matter as Viper picks up the kill with the last of his mana.
Just about overkill him through the Summoner heal available from Key.
Kills that you wanted to get as we have a look at this one once again.
It just feels too easy because Tarzan, communication is clear, no flash on Key, far too far up the lane. He switch over just yet, got it over the course of that fight. Speaking of fights.
Yeah, now it's another fight as Lahens gets the knock up onto Bono, but the Hail of Blades does a lot of damage back. Hummer Life Esports still here as Key teleported his way forward with that unsealed spellbook that you talk about, and they're continuing to fight. Lahens has to flash away as Tarzan in trouble. First death for the man. That is now a definable KDA.
Here is that full replay. Notice again the deep control ward. Tao walks up. They wait for Xin Zhao. Great piece of League of Legends here, and you don't even need to use the flash. They had the vision to just eat over onto...
By Griffin. Lava coming over. Chovy doing a decent job of avoiding a lot of this damage, but Bono's just going to wait out this Shroud and look to really put the pins into Chovy. There's the Audacious Charge. A lot of damage, but not quite enough. They do not get the flash. Chovy's going to be okay.
They don't actually draw a relevant cooldown. He actually holds on to his ultimate as well there. That's a lot of ripping at the seams of Griffin's comp that we already mentioned is waiting for certain timings. Speaking of timings.
Yep, Ring of Frost going to come through, but Chovy is okay for the moment. There's the Frozen Tomb as Tal just waddling up the lane. Wanting to try and get something for this.
Remember the ult here. Chovy's pretty low on health.
Yeah, we're going to zoom out. Harma are going to grab themselves the dragon. That is some more turret plating going over to Lava, and they're continuing.
Dwani can leave lane. Top lane.
Yeah, bit of a tank battle. As Tarzan's going to come over, but Bono, the timing is the same for both of these junglers. Bono getting in there first as the ultimate immediately popped. And now Sword in a bit of trouble. Permafrost down as the knockup somehow registers onto Tal. He looks for the ultimate, the flash from Tarzan. Is he actually going to be okay though? Corrosive Charge comes in and Tal wants it, doesn't get him with the last auto that looked like it was going to kill.
Ladies and gentlemen, pop your potions, dies in about 15. Kench and the Ashe and try to get at least the Rift Herald to pile pressure onto Tarzan.
Well, there's the Frozen Tomb as soon as Chovy came out of the Shroud, but not quite able to get there in time. A Hummer Life, the bottom lane, a little bit out of sync with Lava in the mid, but top side of the map, they're going to take down Shelly. And Hummer Life just constantly trading up here in the early to mid game.
What should happen when you have Zinjin's Kesper Cup? Right now, at least, Bono's put on a great jungling performance to decrease his impact. Look at the amount of camps different between the two.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're talking about 7 camps difference between Xin Zhao and Sejuani.
Yep, now has his Warrior Enchant, has himself the Mercury Treads, and probably sitting on a little bit of gold there as well, as only one of the control wards, but...
So one of those fundamentals of Brush you need to check ever since control wards and their current form introduced. For once, it's going to be CV Max pointing at something and saying, how was this allowed to live for this long? And he's not talking about Hanwha Life. That's a much later conversation. It's the control ward that's got Hanwha Life a lot of these advantages.
Well, 3 seconds for this last turret plate. Are they going to get there? No, they're not. Don't quite. They miss out on that 160 gold.
Ashe with the Ocean Drake is a whole lot of poke for either Akali or Sion or Sejuani. It's a very short-range comp on the side of Griffin. And speaking of Griffin, Chovy in danger of his first death.
Yeah, trying to take down Bono here, who I think the Hail of Blades now on cooldown. The ultimate's going to be used. Flashes out of the way. As Fear Beyond Death is going to grind up the Akali, and it's all too easy. Sungyun going to follow up here as well as Tarzan has to flash away, but it's the disdain to get rid of Lahens. He has to use the quickness, flashing away as well. And Hummer Life Esports have woken up, and Lava even avoiding Sword's ultimate and might be able to kill him right back. Ring of Frost in turret range, and Sword's going to have to rethink that engagement.
Is a very different thing, and our Hummer Life expectations go up another tier, and they're already getting pretty high.
Okay, that was definitely a visual bug. Eristal wasn't actually right next to Lahens, but here's the 5-man siege. What is Ashe pretty good at? She's pretty good at sieging. They're just going to move up to that outer turret in the mid lane, get things worked out, and before Sword can he even hop in the train.
Live forever.
Yes.
It's possible that Gerald was moved.
Well, I hope so. As Chovy, he's in trouble. Ring of Frost keeps him locked down for a very long time as Bono looks a bit silly.
Flashes.
Jumping forward, but it's Lahens that dies first. Sword finds himself in the front line, which is often where a Sion wants to be, but not this time. He's just dead. As Humble Life Esports front-to-back team fighting just seems to be working out so well for them.
And after Chovy's caught in position, Lahen's taken down. They don't get a Fear Beyond Death, that reliable top jungle duo that's allowed Hanwha Life to hit the next level.
Yeah, and this is a team that has Mugen sitting behind. They've got Soan sitting behind Tal as well. And they brought in Temp to make sure that they could keep Lava honest. This is an exciting 10-man roster as Lava's thinking about face check and Chovy, which seems like a bad idea, but claws his way out and he'll be okay.
That was a ride that you did not want to take as the amazing team fights. I think of that knock-up party against Africa Freaks in the first game they played in Casper Cup. They're going to need to bring that back. They're going to need to really pull a rabbit out of the hat because right now, Hanwha Life are deserved victors and they're looking for more.
Yep, audacious charge in here from Bono as Hanwha Life Esports really wanted to lock down Akali, but she took the right path, just straight down the river.
Still didn't know.
Did not, but also walking up the river.
Not spotted by any vision.
Lava looks for it, finds the frozen tomb. First pick, not going to land though, onto Lahens, and that's a lot of buttons now down as here he comes. In goes Sword. They've been split up as Chovy gets into the backline. Ultimate lands nicely from Tarzan, but will they actually have the damage? The reset for Hanwha Life is pretty good. The Viper launches into the backline, and now Key's taking the focus. Tal's in trouble. The knock-up is going to land as Tal's taken down, and Griffin. We always ask the question, can they get the Miracle team fight as Tarzan uses his whole health bar, and that is somehow the ace. How does Griffin do this?
It's almost a clean ace. It's a 4-4 lead.
However, stops it from being that linear trip to a victory.
It was 8,000 gold as that team fight started. It is now the better part of 2,000, maybe even less than that.
Chovy, what the heck was that? Just dives over and steals the red buff, and they just engage. That's Songyun going down. What did you say about wiping out the AD carry? Well, Griffin can do it as well. They will get rid of him, and Lava is going to follow very quickly. And now Bono versus the world. Key wants to get out of their Abyssal Voyage. That one he's not going to be able to do next patch, but they do manage to get him out. Damage has been done, though, and now Griffin are going to start tearing apart the base.
People are losing their minds in the Griffin fan group. They know that was the big pick there. They just make something out of nothing. See what the call is. They dissuade themselves off Baron. That was the 50-50 they were being offered. Sion has to come soon. Down to 7,000.
He's going to have to use that ultimate. Does have that one available as the Void Seeker lands onto Songyun. Misses the ultimate from Tarzan as in goes Lahens. Gets the quickness as Viper. Right into the backline. Key's going to be taken out, but Songyun was the first to go down. Stopwatches are not going to be able to stop this onslaught as Lava is picked off. We're looking for the Pentakill. That's it for Viper.
Pentakill for Viper. Doesn't need an awesome dude. Does it anyway. Frontlining on Kai'Sa, and Griffin win the game.
That was ridiculous. You can't go for objectives with a 6-item Kai'Sa, especially not in the hands of Griffin. And like you said, they'll walk up the bottom lane. And I doubted them. I'm not going to lie to you, Papa. 9,000 gold is hard to come back from. We haven't seen it so far in 2019. But who's the team that's going to do it? It's going to be Griffin.
Lucky number 13 since the Casper Cup. 13 best of ones in a row. This one, the trickiest one. So much credit to Hanwha Life, but in the clutch, Griffin is too good.
Just ridiculous. The Nexus to go down. Hanwha will wonder what the heck